series of looking at using Google Forms to be able to get some data or mark some work, creating automatic marking forms, and then grabbing data from it so you can track your student progress. So we've done creating, inserting the scripts. Now we're going to look at collating our data, and then later on we're going to look at color coding. So this is part 3, which is collating your data. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, you might want to jump back and have a look at them before you go to here. So as you can see, we've got our individual results here. Now in our folder we've got responses for all these quizzes we've done, and you might have a whole lot here depending on how many quizzes you're running. But instead of having to click through all of them, what I'd really like to do is just get an overall view. So here I've got a summary of Betty and what she got for quiz 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it all looks pretty good. I've got the results there. So what I've done, if you have a look at the sheet, is I've got a tab for all these different windows which has the results from each of those quizzes. So if you have a look there, that's Bob's. This is Fred and Betty. Come to here, and there's Fred and Betty, and there's their results. So notice how here they're in a percent, but I've actually sucked them into this bit here and got them sitting there. So how have I done that? Well, it's a bit of a trick, because each of the Google Docs has a special key, and this key actually is like a unique identifier for them. So if you have a look up here, this sheet here, this is the key. It starts from this bit here and goes across to everything just before the hash. And that's that key that will be able to track that sheet, and it's unique to the sheet only. So what I've done is I've over here, a long way away from all the other data, I have got sitting down here the quiz, and I've got this number here, which is exactly the same as this key here. So I've just cut and pasted it in there. And down here I'm saying grades A8 to F20, which means that if I look at this quiz here, A8 is to here, and F20 is right down over there, and I've gone to F because I really want to just get the percentages. I don't need all this stuff, I just want the percentages. So I've set that over here because I just don't want to get that interfered with at all. That's I've got that right. So back to the beginning, I've then come to here, and I've used the import range. This little function is pretty cool. So it's import a range of data from M36. Now if you remember, M36 over here is, or M36 is that code, and the other one is M37, which is the area it's getting it from. So import range M36 is going to go to that other spreadsheet, and it's going to get a range of data which is in M37. So that's pretty cool. And then all I've done is I've used the continue function to continue. So it's going to keep on going down the column grabbing the information. And if I go across here, it's going to continue across this way. Notice how it goes continue 1, 4 and 5 and 6. So it's going to grab that data, and it's taken all those numbers there, it's got them as a number rather than a percentage, but that's okay, and it's all sitting in there, which is pretty cool. So the tricks to that is using the keys, which are at the top here, which are the unique identifiers, and grabbing the data from the right page. Then the other thing you need to look at is down the bottom here, is this will take it to the spreadsheet. If you want to go to a different tab, we've just got to name the tab with an exclamation mark out of it and the range. So it's grades with an exclamation mark, and it goes to that range on that page, which is pretty cool. And then it brings all the data in. So I've done the same thing for quiz 2, quiz 3, quiz 4. So once you've got it running once, it's really quite easy to do. So you could look at this video again and go really slowly through the code up here, especially the import range and then the continue ones. Or, once again, you can get this sheet, or these sheets can be sent to you, and you can just download them and use them. Okay, you just have to copy them into your own folder, and then you can edit them.